My kid sister Sharon wanted to be a limbo dancer. We saw them once. Fossa Circus in Whitehall. I don't know where my mum found the money. And me? Well, I wanted to go to Australia. I'll become a dental assistant. The careers brochure said you needed clean hands and the intercert. The summer I turned 14, I got a job sweeping up in a ladies' salon on Glasnevin Avenue. And I mentioned my dream to a customer from a private house in Willow Park, who suggested that hairdressing might suit me better. Well, it took me a moment to realise why. She could tolerate someone from the flats touching her hair, but she hated the notion that my fingers might come into contact with her mouth. Only dental assistants don't do that. You wear a class nurse's uniform, smile to reassure people as they sit down. It's a bit like being an air hostess, only without the chance to meet the pilots. Oh, well, I used to love Mills and Boone books. Oh, those Sebastians and Ricks, falling for Annabelles and Tiffany's. The heroines were never named after the Catholic saints, and the heroes, well, they were never dentists. Still, at the age of 11, I became a realist. Life changed, and I would never be caught by young doctors parking their sports cars outside the flats. Never toss my hat in the air after graduating from Trinity College. In Australia, though, I'd be free of the stigma, and let nobody say I couldn't be a dental assistant in either country. Well, lie back and relax there, sir. The dentist will attend to you shortly. Open wider for the needle, or just a small prick, and you'll feel nothing. Your dentist chair is currently cruising at 20,000 feet, and we will shortly pass through the cabin with a pink liquid to rinse your mouth out with. A look to your left, and you will see the Ballymun Towers below. They will take your mind off the tooth being extracted. Well, don't fret. At this altitude, nobody can hear you scream. Half a mile to your right is Pinewood Crescent, where your immaculately attired dental assistant once lived in a private house with a father, whom the neighbouring women loved for being so obliging with his hands. Well, you look quite like him, Rick. Women said my mother was lucky to have him. Only she rarely had him. He was always off tightening something for some lady up the street with his trusty spanner. And didn't my mother have enough to do, minding my sister and me? Oh, well, lie back, Rick. Well, these other teeth, they look lonely with the companion gone. What would you need an anaesthetic for? And you a pilot? Did you ever wake to voices arguing in the night? Hugging your baby sister tight, knowing you'd give anything to make the shouting stop. We gave up our house in 1972 and we moved half a mile to the 8th floor of a tower block. Me, the mum and Sharon. I was shouting above us all night, but at least it wasn't me parents. It was squatters had moved in. The other girls, they called me a snob. My doll's pram was stolen. Mum found it smashed in an underpass. Oh, Daddy disappeared to Coventry. And they say he was last seen being dropped from an airplane without a parachute, strapped to a dentist's chair.